You're listening to the Dudes and Dads Podcast, a show dedicated to helping men be better dudes and dads by building community through meaningful conversation and storytelling. And now, here are your hosts, Joel DeMott and Andy Lehman.
Welcome to our first ever microsode.
Microsode, trademark it.
Right now, this is episode 13. It's going to be our first microsode. And Joel, why are we doing a microsode?
What is going on around here?
What the heck is a microsode?
What the heck is a microsode? So here's the deal, guys. Life has officially happened to us over here at the Dudes and Dads podcast. Several things going on. As you guys, first and foremost, the thing we want to just put in front of you, we came to you not all that long ago, gave you some updates on Andy's eldest son, Micah, who went in for heart surgery down at Riley Children's Hospital. He's out. He's
home.
He's back home. And Andy, give us a quick update.
So yeah, Micah's home. He was in the hospital for less than a week. We were expecting, we were told by the cardiologist originally that it was going to be about a week to 2 weeks in the hospital, which is a huge amount of time.
Yeah, that's a long time to be in the hospital.
And Riley's like 3 hours from us, so it's not like we can just run home and things like that. So it would have been a big deal. But no, lo and behold, we went Monday for some tests. Then Tuesday he had his surgery, and then we were out of the hospital by Sunday.
Amazing.
So we want to thank you all, though. Me and my family want to thank you all for all the support and kind words that you guys have said. And
the prayers people,
have been,
beautiful.
Amazing. And so he's doing really good. We're still trying to get his blood pressure medication figured out. He's still on blood pressure medication. So those of you, again, kind of a quick recap, if this is your first time, my son had a coarctation of the aorta, which yes, I know.
You
like
got it down,
now.
buddy. Wow.
So what that basically means, though, is that he had his aorta was narrowed, and they said when they went in there and looked at it, it was like the width of a pencil or a pen lead. So it was like super tiny.
Wow.
So they cut a section of it out, put a synthetic one in that kind of looked like a vacuum hose, like it was that same.
Which they gave you like some of the material.
They did, and it was cool to see, so that way Micah could see it also.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's home, he's doing well. Sore, they went in through his side, so it wasn't like an open heart surgery thing, but they went in through his side and up through his, like, kind of by his shoulder blade, and then deflated his lungs and went in and did it like
It's
that.
just amazing what they're able to do. Like, when you just think about, it's like, this is a person's heart. They're going to do an incision here, deflate a lung, come in, take this out, put this in.
And be good to go.
Be good to go.
Yeah, so no, we were super blessed by the work that the Riley Hospital did and all the support that you guys have shown our family.
We're so fortunate to have places like that just available to us in this state where they just specialize in these sort of things. So we love Micah. We love your family. We're so glad that everything is getting back to normal.
Right.
You guys are going to try to start school back again this week.
Soon. So,
I pray for Andy's wife as she gets back into the gig and picks back up. But so that's the one first update that we absolutely want to share with all of you. Just because we just know that this is a community. We're sharing our lives in real time, and things happen.
And so we wanted to update you guys. So
yeah, that's good. Number 2. Andy, the Dudes and Dads podcast world headquarters has moved. We have moved locations. Now, before the rumor mill gets a brewing here, Andy.
Wait, you wanted to hear the what's brewing? Is that what you
yeah. Before any here's the situation. The good people over at Avad Chiropractic and Wellness, Dr. Clark Kaufman,
amazing.
His growing staff, his shall we say, just a tour de force of wonderful wellness professionals over there. We actually had a great experience over there. We were so grateful for Clark opening up his office to us in the way that he did to use. And here's the deal. They're getting busier and busier all the time, which is a great thing as Clark has started this practice. Andy and I kind of just said to each other, we don't want to get in Clark's way.
Right. We were super thankful and grateful that he was allowing us to use that space and opened up his office for us. So we again want to thank him for allowing us to use that. But again, we didn't want to get in his way and in his growth that he was seeing in his business. So we have moved,
and we're looking. And now our situation now from where we're at. is really where we can have more of a permanent setup here. And guys, just a little bit behind the scenes, there's a special kind of stress that Andy experiences, particularly when we have guests coming in and we finished up our work days. We're trying to get the kids in a semi-state back home of getting sleeping or toward bed.
Yeah.
And then we bust over to the studio and we set up and we've got a guest coming in or whatever the case is. And you know what's really great, Andy? What's going to be so great is that stuff will already be set up when they come.
So yes, that, Joel, was a stress that you've seen in my life like no other, because it just stresses me out.
It's a special kind of like it's just a different side of Andy. That's all. So so this will allow us to have a little bit more permanent setup, and so we're thankful for our new space. Yes, we are. And so with that being said, as part of our growth as a podcast, because we just continue to receive wonderful engagement. I shared, got a text from one of our listeners, maybe it's last week now, that was maybe one of just the kindest and most motivating things that I've received yet in this first year out. And as I shared it with Andy, just had a real sense that we love what we're doing and we want to do it better, and we want to continue to reach out to more families, more men, more dudes, more dads, whoever you are. We just want to continue to do what we're doing to the best that we can. And here's the deal. That involves obviously covering our, we do have some operations costs, which our wonderful Patreon members help with, we're so grateful for them. But then there are some updating of technology, I guess you'd say, of equipment.
Well, and I would say that we probably half of our equipment we're borrowing from other people, just borrowing because
whether they know it or not. No,
because they had that we could borrow, but we're at the point now, Joel, where I think we would like to upgrade.
We would.
So one of our next needs is going to be a soundboard. There's a soundboard that we really want. It's going to make our sound even better. It'll be our own personal board,
and it's really designed specifically for the kind of work we do
for podcasting. And so we'll just be completely honest with you, that board is going to run us about $600.
Yeah.
And so we're by no means expecting anyone to contribute, but if you would like to contribute to this fund, there will be a link to donate via PayPal in the show notes for this episode, which will be dudesanddadspodcast.com/13. So it's really super easy for you to remember, dudesanddadspodcast.com/13. And any little bit, we would love to have that. We would love to we thank you for that, essentially.
Yeah, we're just, we're basically just trying to make sure that, that everything that we have here is, for lack of a better term, is ours, because we're really setting up a more permanent location and setup, and we want to improve the quality also of what we're doing.
Right, and we want to continue doing what we're doing for the long haul.
Yep.
We're both invested in this for the long haul, and so we would like to see this operation grow, and just the people that we can reach grow, and the sound and the quality grow also.
Yeah, and guys, I know I'm so grateful to have such a humble and gifted producer and co-host. So many people say to us all the time, when just the quality of the recording, the quality of sound is just really, really great. And these are people that listen to all kinds of podcasts. We want to be able to maintain that. We want to be able to improve it. Andy keeps on explaining to me there are yet other levels that we can go, that we can go to improve your listening experience. And so, it's not rocket science, but it is science, and we've got further steps that we can take. So, guys, we just thank you in advance for any help that you can throw our way to help with this next kind of technology upgrade, and so that we can quit borrowing so many things from people, because let's just be honest, like,
if
eventually,
it breaks, it's gonna break, and then
eventually, like, someone's gonna ask for something back, and I get it. So, so we just want to say thank you for that. in advance for whatever help you're able to throw our way. We appreciate it.
And also on the Dudes and Dads front, Joel, well, I had a few minutes to spare.
Yes.
I created our first merchandise store.
You did, and the glory of it all is
So
amazing.
there's a few items in there right now. One of the ones I'm most proud about, I'd have to say,
Yep.
is the coffee cup. Because that's
Love
like,
it.
That's what we're about. We have this, a lot of times, especially during the winter, we have coffee that we're drinking during our episodes.
100%.
And we try to bring you the What's Brewing segment, and it has, what we're actually drinking in our coffee cup. So there's a Dudes and Dads coffee cup, and on the back of it, it says, What's Brewing?
What's Brewing? And what really, What's Brewing is not only a segment where we just talk about coffee for a brief moment, but really it's a question, I think, that we want to start asking each other about life.
What's brewing?
What's brewing in life?
I think that's that can go along with that segment.
It can go
that's
along
great,
with the same
actually.
thing, right? So it's kind of a, the coffee cup, the Dudes and Dads podcast coffee cup might even be an agent for personal reflection.
Oh, I like it.
Introspection.
So you might ask why this is a microsode, not a full-on sode episode.
Yeah, it's not a 100% sode. It's more of a 25%
Yeah.
sode.
So the reason that we decided to do that this time is just because Joel had mentioned, life has come at us hard, with things going on with Micah,
Yep.
and just kind of being out of the area for a little bit, and just some other things that are going on with life, with school starting and things like that. We've been a little bit busy and haven't had a chance to nail down our guests, and so we wanted to make sure that our episodes are 100% on track. We didn't want to give you just like a half episode because we could. Like, we wanted to make content that you wanted to listen to. So we wanted to update you. That's why the reason for this mini microsode.
The microsode.
Because we wanted to update you on what's going on, and also then tell you when you can expect an actual full-length episode. So, Joel, when can our awesome listeners...
Okay, so 2 weeks from now, which is, I really should have looked I should actually have looked on a calendar. It's not a big deal. Let's see here.
That's one of the downsides, though, of us not editing our recording.
That's exactly right. So we're looking to drop the next episode on September 24th. That's Tuesday, September 24th. And here's what we're going for, Andy. Are you ready?
I'm at the edge of my new seat in the new studio.
New seat in the new studio on the edge. We're putting together our first ever dudettes of the square table.
I don't have the music. I got to get the music.
We'll need the new. It's got to sound regal and royal. But we're going to bring the ladies in, and given we'll give you a preview beforehand via social media, some of our upcoming who those participants
who you can expect to be on there.
But I think all of them have some unique takes on life. They have some unique they're just unique individuals,
right?
Period. And we think it's going to be a good time to share a conversation with them, and to kind of get a different perspective, get a different angle. So, dudettes of the square table coming at you in 2 weeks, and we couldn't be more excited.
Well, that's it for our microsode today. Thanks for joining us. And again, we just thank you in advance if you can help us out with our goal of our new soundboard. We thank you. We continue to thank our Patreons who support our daily operations and cover our expenses there.
Yep. And once again, you can get a hold of us at dudesanddadpodcast@gmail.com. Show ideas, reflections, thoughts. We love it all. So, guys, until next time, grace and peace.